Williams, good ball fake. Wow.
Payne at the top, fires from long distance and buried the three.
Campaign says I'm a pretty good guard myself.
Left side, three on the way. Front of the rim on Payne. What the tomahawk stomp by Williams. Two, it's Sapp, throws it up to Frere at the buzzer. He banked it in! He banked it in from 35 feet at the buzzer.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here inside the Gene Ray Center for Murray State Basketball on the campus of Murray State University. And head coach Prohm will join us in just a moment here and talk about two big wins for the Racers this weekend. They won at Tennessee Tech and Jacksonville State. We're going to show you the highlights as the Racers now have an 11-game winning streak, which is the third longest streak in the country. They're 13-4 and 3-0 in the Ohio Valley Conference. But before we get to coach, let's take a look at what's coming up this week for the Racers as they've got a big game Thursday night against Belmont. We're going to tip it off at 8 o'clock. It's the OVC home opener for the Racers as the Belmont Bruins come into town, and the game is on ESPNU, and it would be great if we could sell out the bank Thursday night. We hope that you're making your plans to be with us here in Murray, Kentucky. And then on Saturday, it's a quick turnaround. The Racers also at home for a men's-women's doubleheader as Tennessee State comes to town, and the men's game will tip it off at 7 o'clock, and we'll have that game for you on the OVC Digital Network. And that'll bring us to our time with head coach Steve Prohm. He's still got a smile on his face because the Racers just keep winning games. We mentioned 11 straight wins. Now the Racers are tied for the third best winning streak in the country because over the weekend some guys got knocked off. Duke got knocked off, Old Dominion. Also, Virginia lost their first game as well. So the Racers here sitting with an 11-game winning streak. And Coach, aside from the winning streak, you guys are taking it one at a time, and you're really having a good attention to detail right now.
Yeah, our guys are focused in, and I'm proud of them for that. We just got to continue, just get better. We just got to continue to improve our team. Best advice I heard, and I was texting with somebody this morning, and Calipari said it, and Saban said it, is just, if you focus on the process of just getting better and doing the right thing, if you're talented enough and you've got good kids, and at the end of the day, you'll be where you're supposed to be, and you can see a little bit of that right now. Now we're, almost just a fourth of the way through conference play. We got 13 more conference games, so there's a long way to go. So we got to continue to seek ways to get better and improve. But proud of them on the road trip. It was a long road trip, 5 days, but we needed to stay gone because that Jacksonville trip is such a long trip, it didn't make sense to go home. But the way we played yesterday, to come out and be really locked in and focused on what we want to do on both ends of the floor, I was proud of them for that.
Yeah, very, very good stuff for the Racers, so we're going to go ahead and roll it. And thank our friends from the CBS Sports Network because they carried the game from Jacksonville on Sunday, and the Racers just really came out, Coach. On these highlights, we don't show as much defense as we probably should, but defensively on the other end, while Moss and Cam are hitting back-to-back threes, and then Jarvis is doing his thing, you guys are really playing some good defense.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody wants to see defensive clips. So you and Matt are doing the right thing. You're getting the right clips. We were able to get off to a good start here, and that's the biggest thing. When you're on the road, especially in an environment like this, in the past at a place like that, we didn't get off to great starts, and we get off to a 12-2 start, and then and they're going to continue to stay the course. So they did make some runs. The first half was nip and tuck, but I thought we stretched our lead out a little bit, but they got back into the game in the first half with poor shot selection and really not being locked in at times to our defensive game plan.
Is there anybody playing better than TJ Sapp right now? He didn't score a lot these two games, but he's doing everything else that helps you win.
And that's the thing we got to keep. I told our guys the other day, and I said this in that piece I did about the Infinity Coaches Challenges. The toughest thing in life to do is be selfless. And right now, our team's got to even be extra selfless right now. And TJ, I thought his defensive energy and effort, especially even at Tech Thursday night, was really good, and we're going to need that as we continue to go forward. It's about winning, and if you win, regardless if you get 2 points, 6 points, people are going to notice that, and that's going to help these three seniors down the road and the underclassmen as they get older.
Right. Well, Jeffrey Moss is really being efficient right now. You see Justin Seymour hit a shot there as well. Coming into that game, Moss had scored 68 points in 3 games and had only missed 12 shots. He's so efficient right now.
Yeah, I got to get on. I got to get on our WPSD crew again. I mean, I don't know what game they're watching. No, I'm just kidding again. But Jeff is just quiet, and he goes about his business, and he just makes shots, and he doesn't say much. And I said to him after the game, I said, a lot better feeling we were up here 2 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And he just said, yep. And that's it.
He's a man of few words. So you saw the Racers ended the half with a nice run to go up by 13, but this first 6 minutes of the second half, it was a 19-6 run. Man, you guys played good, both ends.
Well, when you make shots and you guard and you play unselfish, you can do a lot of good things. And we can space the floor because we got guards that can really shoot. And what I'm happy about is just a little execution stuff like that against press offense and different things. That's just good.
Watch this play here. This is the.
I mean, that's a deal for dime, and I was disappointed you didn't know about a deal for dime.
Right.
But that's a deal for dime on SportsCenter right there. And
well, it made the top 10 plays on SportsCenter.
And it should have. I was
really happy with that.
I watched the top 4. I wish it may have been even a little bit higher, but it was great to get on there. It's great exposure for our program and our university.
And then with about 9.5 minutes to go, you basically got some guys some playing time. And one of the guys I wanted to talk about was Wayne Langston.
Well, the biggest thing, and I tell those guys, I talked about Cardell Jones from Ohio State, is, man, we got to coach you guys the same way. We got to coach you guys every single day, because it may not be all 4 of you guys at once out there in big moments. That's probably not going to happen, but it's going to be 1 or 2 of you at times. So you have to be ready, whether it's Wayne, Seymour's, a little bit more comfortable because he plays a little bit more, whether it's Wayne, Flomo, Rambo, or even Taryn. The one thing I'll say about Taryn, when he goes in there, he plays hard.
Oh, every time, yeah.
Every time, regardless. And that's the thing, those guys, Wayne has to see the bigger picture, not just for this year, but for next year. Same thing with Rambo. Farrell and Jarvis are seniors, so Wayne's going to be counted on a lot more next year. And, we got to continue to preach to him about being focused and being locked in, attention to detail, and get better. And the thing I like, though, is I really think as he gets acclimated in this system, a spring, a summer, a fall, I think he'll be able to score a little bit more around the basket. He'll be able to defend and rebound, because if you watch him move, he can move his feet and guard ball screens the way we want to guard.
And that will take us to our game against Tennessee Tech on Thursday night. Let's go ahead and roll that tape from Cookeville, Tennessee. And again, these teams from the East, first trip to Jacksonville and Tennessee Tech in a couple of years. This was a game too, Coach. There aren't many people there, but you guys did your lot to bring your own kind of excitement, to be excited to play. I could tell that you guys were really wanting to play that game Thursday night.
That's the biggest thing. You got to be focused and locked in on the road, and regardless of the atmosphere. And it's tough right now, and it's good that we got students coming back, and that's really everywhere around the league now. The students were back at Jacksonville. They weren't back yet at Tech, I don't believe. I know they weren't. They don't start for another week down there talking to their coaches. But again, you're not going to beat somebody in the first 4 minutes. You can put yourself in a big hole in the first 4 minutes, but you're not just going to beat somebody. And the game started off, I think, 7-7, but we stayed the course and were able to take a good lead into halftime. But again, sharing the ball, attention to detail defensively, and then we just got to continue to harp on rebounding. Well,
Coach, this broke a significant string of games where you haven't just shot the ball well, you've just been, 52, 55%. And this game by no means was, a 30, 37 or 38. This was almost 45%. But you did other things to win the game, and that was on the defensive end. And this was a game where you didn't win the rebound edge, but it was pretty close. Did you feel like then that maybe you were improving in the rebounding area, because it really showed up Sunday?
Well, the biggest thing, these 3 games on the road, I don't know our actual 3-point percentage. I got it here in front of me.
Well, I've got the 2 games. I've got the week
conference games.
Oh yeah, you do have the 3 conference games.
You got it. You're on top of it. You got it all. 36% from 3, and that's good. But. And 64 from the line, so it wasn't like we were just shooting at an unbelievable pace, or unbelievable, level. you know, we shot it good, not great. We didn't make free throws at a high level, but we guarded, scored off our defense some, and that's what I was most proud of the guys. You know, being able to win in a tough environment in Moorhead last week, and then going on the road this week and playing well.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is probably one of our best looking shows we've ever had here, because we had the CBS video from Sunday, and then this video here shot by our producer Matt Hall from the floor at the Eblin Center. Had some really good stuff. Coach, again, this game here you led by 13 at the half, just like you did Sunday at Jacksonville State, and then in the second half you really didn't allow Tech to get anything going. You felt like they were really giving it all they could to get something going, but you stopped them.
Well, that's the thing. You know, our guys, I think we got a little lackadaisical at a point in the second half. You know, we got up 18-20, I think it was. We got away from what makes us good for a little bit, and they got a run. I think they got it to about 11 or 12 in the second half, but we were able to, you know, finish them. That was a big one there. That put us up, I think, back 15 off the underneath out of bounds, and so that was good. That was good for us, and again, I was just proud of their effort, and just got to keep getting better.
So a really good bucket there by Tyler Rambo off a feed from the corner. And then here late in the game, Payne hits a couple of shots, and the Racers really kind of put this one away. And then the corner three, that was from Flomo. Good to see him get a couple shots to go. Kedrick's been solidifying when you do put him in there.
Yeah, he's been solid, and that's the thing. You know, just don't make mistakes. Take care of the basketball, make good decisions, but defend, and, you know, just when Cam's out, just steady the ship.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that box score from the Tennessee Tech game very quickly. Cameron Payne with 24 points. Jarvis Williams was just a rebound away from a double-double, and the Racers shot the 45% in the game and held Tennessee Tech to 38% as the Racers win it 83-67. That's the end of our first segment of the Racer Report. We're going to take a break and thank our sponsors, and then we'll come back and take a look at the week ahead here with the Racer Report with Steve Prohm. The Racer Report with Steve Prohm is brought to you by Ruth Brothers Wine and Spirits, serving you for 50 years with 2 locations in Paducah, Kentucky. And by Pepsi Mid-America. Sign up today at Pepsi.com to earn Pepsi Experience points and earn rewards. And by Campus Evolution Villages in Murray, the best in student living. Call 270-767-1818 to plan your tour today. And by Kentucky Community and Technical College System. Higher education begins here.